about. So for me, I mean, I really like the token engineering commons and all that, but honestly, I'm really excited to see us get to the place where this can be used by normal people, and I would love to see like end homelessness commons. I really think that we could like that. I mean, it's just ridiculous, especially you go to San Francisco or any of these big cities, and it's just like, are you kidding me? Come on, you know? And so that's like the one that I want to see eventually, 10 years from now or something that I will be all about, and just like one in every city. And I'll pass it to Zep.
Thanks, Riff. I actually had a dream like some days ago, and I was telling Sam, like I was playing a game that like the community is super still engaged, and is actually crowdfunding the tournaments and the competitive scene. And yeah, I would build a commons for like the Heroes of the Storm scene. I just had this dream, and I think that would be something super fun. And I'll pass it to Paulo.
Oh, Paulo doesn't know. Pass it to someone else.
Oh yeah, that's true. I'll pass it to Paul.
Hey guys, yeah, I don't, I think like we can adapt the commons to. I've been into the music community, like songwriting and music production for like a time, and I think that there's some space there to apply like these principles, and I'm not still like in depth. I don't know in depth this field, but I think that there are some things that can be done there. So I'll pass it to Sam.
Oh crap! And I forgot. We're supposed to be saying agenda topics. So maybe we'll just do us three really quick, and then we'll do the intro question and agenda topics. So votes. So for me, agenda topics: votes, Celeste Honey Pot usage, Gardens template updates. The classic stuff, and then just going over the board. And I'll pass it to Zep.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't have anything to add. I pass it to Paul.
So
Do you have any agenda topics?
uh,
Pavel, no.
oh, sorry, I misheard.
No, I'm just thinking, and no, I'll pass it to Sam.
Okay, I have the idea of creating a Solarpunk commons, which the easier part of it would be, okay, let's fund any narrative regarding Solarpunk. Solarpunk is, for those who don't know, is a narrative genre, a narrative genre, whatever. It is like cypherpunk, but instead of dreaming on a very obscure future, it is dreaming about, okay, people in the future has gone the other way, and we are very involved, very connected with nature again, but with all the cool technologies. And there are some literary contests regarding that. But so these commons could fund this kind of literary contests. It will be the easy way to fund this kind of to build this kind of commons, because it is just go to the contest that there are already out there. But if we wanted to make it more ambitious, then it could fund any kind of initiative that creates a future that is more solarpunk. That could be an interesting thing. By the way, it's just an idea. Regarding intentions and topics for the call, I would like to sing with how if there is something in the hatch that needs to be done. And regarding the commons upgrade, I would like to, because Nuggan has been doing some work on the convert, I would like if he can show it up. And also, I would like to talk about the script maker that we are thinking on building for doing the commons upgrade. So these are the 3 points. And I will pass it to Vitor.
On the commons, I think environment. I would make something in this way, especially here in Brazil. We have many problems. Government doesn't care about the environment at all. So do something this way. I think it's a nice thing. And regarding the agenda topics, mainly get thinking the DC convert and how the hatch is going, the commons upgrade, and all of it. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna pass to Chris.
Hi. Um, I I just wanted to hear a bit more about the Commons Forum and what you all are up to and planning for the coming weeks. And did you have a general question about Commons?
Yeah, like if you were to make a commons, what would the commons be? What would the commons be?
Yeah, for me, it's a no-brainer. It would have to it would be focused on local food, regenerative local food commons, without a doubt, because that's what I've already been planning and sort of already sketching it. Yeah. And I'll pass it to who hasn't gone yet, Chewy.
Nice. Chu, are you there? You're muted. Okay, let's go to Paulo.
Hi everyone. Topics for this meeting. As Sam said, I would like to know if there's something left to do with the DAO. If we need to maybe fix something or implement something new, and see what you guys have been working on. And regarding today's question, I'm really not sure. I will have to go also with the environment. There's a project that I heard about. It was in Germany, and it involved having like a DAO which manage the resources of the forest in Germany, or some of the forests, like the way the contractors or the people that goes there to get some wood. So the DAO like manages those types of resources based on like analytical data taken from the topology of the forest, the biology metrics and stuff like that. It was pretty cool, and I think it will be really awesome to do like a commons based on that, like mixing AI and maybe economics also on the way we manage those resources. So yeah, I'll pass it to Fabio, I think.
Yeah, I'm here. So for intentions and distractions, intention is basically get in sync. So I couldn't make it the last calls, but now I'm here. So I want to know how the work's going on. I don't have any distraction right now, and sorry, but I missed the question.
It's if you could make a commons, what would the commons be about? If you're going to deploy a commons for your favorite thing that you want to do in the world.
Interesting question. Like in Brazil, we have a lot of problems. So Vitor was talking about environment. I think it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to deploy commons. I would agree with him. Another thing that I care about, it's like the sports. So in Brazil, we don't have like a lot of resources, like a lot of financial investments on sports. So we have the football, but the other ones don't have a lot of investment. So I would create a commons for supporting those like the sporting economy. And who is left?
I think it's Bradley and then Chewy.
All right. Intention for this call for me is get to know everybody and how the team works, and see where it's headed. In terms of commons, I want to build a commons where artists can create persistent but continuously evolving artworks that are like in their own 3D stage, basically, that can constantly adapt based on whatever type of input people can dream up.
Nice. And then we have a culture of passing, but
Yeah.
you pass it to Chewy.
Sorry, a while ago, my internet is really bad today because I'm on the highway. For today's agenda, I have no topics. As far as distractions, I'm in a bus. So other than the internet, I think everything is pretty good. And about the question, is it like a project I'd like to put together? Is this correct?
Yeah, for a commons. What commons do you want to create?
Oh, okay. Well, I've been recently like talking for the past weeks to independent musicians that like organize just dates and independent touring, and I see that there's a bunch of these like little like small communities all around Mexico. So even if like if you like align some stuff around them, you pretty much have like your own like build your own like tour for your independent band, but with all of these like different communities. So I'd like to put like a DAO around them in the next probably 6 months. I think it's achievable. Feel like a microeconomy around that because it's very popular in Mexico and live music is coming back. So yeah, that's like an idea that I had. I'll pass it, I think, to Christopher, or if not, back to Griff.
Yeah, I think that's everyone. Right? I didn't. Oh, Nuggan! Thank you. Did you go, Nuggan?
No, I didn't, but I was waiting for Christopher. I think he was going to say
Christopher
something.
went. He's got local food commons in the bag. It's happening. But what about you?
Yeah, well, I was intentions, distractions just sync up, and I wasn't planning to show the convert stuff, but Sam said it. I can show it. It's okay. And for the comments, also the first thing that comes to mind is something with the environment. Just I think something which helps to organize locally and do stuff on the ground in a coordinated way. And the other thing I was thinking was also stuff for artists. I think, at least here in Europe, a lot of things that happen with the arts are kind of in a vacuum because they either need government funding or just are completely underfunded in a lot of stuff, and just give away to for theater troops or whatever to get together and build something and kind of find the people who are willing to pay for it and kind of join them and organize in that way, could be interesting. And I'll pass it back.
Sweet. And then let's start with the agenda. I posted the doc in the Discord channel if you want to see it. But the first thing is, of course, any votes. Sam, is there anything we need to vote on?
Yes, it is already in the Telegram chat. So those who have written, it is the payment of the week.
Cool. Okay, so how many more votes do we need then?
Let me check.
I'll share screen, I guess, here.
think that one more. Two more. Sorry.
Cool.
I just voted.
Nice. I'll make the next vote too then. Okay, cool. Then we should be good there. Next is Celeste or Honey Pot usage updates. Any words on that? Any I mean, no news is good news, right? Any problems that come up with Honey Pot or Celeste lately?
What there is the news of the last gardens meeting? Do you remember something that was remarkable for us?
Well, that's Gardens. But what about like the actual Honey Pot implementation that's out or the Celeste? Wasn't there something that went wrong with Celeste or Celeste isn't? Oh no, Celeste isn't working on Rinkeby. I think that's the issue. There's not some other Celeste issues, right?
There are no new things. This week I would like to create a garden in Rinkeby. Upgrade it to a commons and see what happens with Celeste. How is the integration and all of that. So probably some of the things that we don't really know, we don't know now, will come up because there is this unknown that we have regarding the amount of PVC that has to be staked Celeste as collateral. If it's something that is related, how do I explain? If it is a static amount or if it can change based on the cost in dollars. And I would like to check that out because it's something that supposedly it can change depending on the price in dollars, but we have to be sure.
Can you say that again? What exactly are you trying to be sure of? The dispute amount?
Just to make sure that I understand it well.
Yeah. Well, maybe Gabby's right here too, and we could just ask. Gabby, thanks for hopping in. Do you know if the dispute amount, like when it's in the token, is it possible for that to be denominated in U.S. dollars? Oh, sorry, denominated in the token, but then pegged to a U.S. dollar amount?
Hey, everyone. You mean the token when you are going to create a dispute to be displayed in
And really, sorry, more the action fee. Well, I mean both the action fee and the challenge fee.
So be displaying in the US amount instead of the token amount?
More that the amount varies based off of the price of the token. So it wouldn't be one give token every time. It would be $10 worth of give token every time.
Yeah, I think that's part of the system already because we are deploying a price of data that is considering that. But yeah, I can double check it while you are.
Yeah, for some, I think that it should work like this. The only thing that I wasn't understanding is in Rinkeby the gardens have a static price that I don't know if the token oracle has to be constantly called.
Yeah, I think that maybe the reason why I think the in Rinkeby maybe there is some missing oracle to be called like you said. Because for one high, what we are doing is having a service that do that. So that's maybe why. Also, not sure if there is data about the give price on Honeyswap or in the pyramid.
For example, in one hive, it is still 0.1 honey all the time, and honey has been changing over time. So, how is it actually changed? You know what I mean? Right now, I never seen it working. This is why I want to learn about how to how this works. But I guess that it's something that we can check out this week.
Cool. Sweet. And then were there other questions about gardens or updates on gardens that we want to cover? I mean, maybe since we have Gabby here, Gabby, are there any big updates for the week on gardens?
Yeah, no, not anything. We are gonna have a retrospective tomorrow, but yeah. So,
Okay, the only thing that we told last time that is important for us is that we will have this change in the template, so we can do the commons upgrade in the way that is creating a gardens and on top of gardens a commons, which will make this appear in the One Hive Gardens website, which is super cool. It also makes it not having to fork everything and redeploy everything, which will be a lot of work that it's not really aligned with One Hive. So I think that it's a very good news.
yeah, about that, I would say we should coordinate on that this week maybe with you and Fabri and
Yes.
Fabri.
I have to send
have
a request actually.
Sweet. Well, then let's keep going. There was a request for a demo by Nuggan. We'll do the retrospective after that.
Yeah, great. I just did a bit on the TC convert to show the tribute and apply it and kind of show a bit the slippage and all. Give me a second. I can open it and share the screen. Here it is. Can you see me?
Yes.
So it's actually not just that it now shows the tribute that applies every time you make the convert. Like right now we have an entry tribute of 0%, and when you leave and convert your test tag, it's 20%, and then it just shows like this number before was the direct conversion. Now it applies the tribute before it shows it. You can see the original here if you mouse over it, and this gives you an estimated minimum, which accounts for 1% slippage in case there is something, and also sends that 1% slippage to the smart contract, so the transaction would fail if the slippage was higher. Like in the issues, we just decided to set it at 1% for now, but that could be changeable, so the user can decide how much slippage he wants to tolerate. And yeah, so basically is that. I just try to keep it as close to the original implementation as possible, like using reusing the functions, so the numbers are pretty with the commas and all that stuff and all the formatting stuff. But yeah, it's mainly that. It's pretty short. So, any questions or comments?
Yeah, these are two issues in one, so that's wonderful. I think that this was everything that we needed for reusing the convert for us in PSE. And now the rest of the things is more like there is still an error when you change the addresses, and then the dashboard of, well, actually it's not the dashboard, it's more like the statistics of the mounting curve, but it can be something that can be applied at a later point. I think that the MVP is pretty much this. It is very cool, Nuggan, really.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, great work on the demo and getting that all kicked out. Then the next topic is retrospective. Actually, you were talking about doing some hatch retrospective, maybe. I don't know if you want to just tell us what you were thinking with that, or yeah.
Actually, maybe it's more talking about the future and before talking about, because we are going to finish the commons upgrade I don't think that it's going to cost so much. I guess that it's the time to talk about the future of Common Swarm, but before talking about the future, probably it's a good moment to talk about the past, how the last months have gone, how have you seen the work, how we can improve that. I also would like to step down from Common Swarm a little bit. I would like to be more like be working on other things and still be with the Common Swarm, but not as active as now. After we finish the Commons upgrade, so I guess that it will be a good time to, I don't know, what are the takeaways that we can bring to the future. That will be the topic of the call.
So did you want to set a call for that, like a separate call?
If it's a retrospective of the hatch, yes, and I think that there are people who is not here right now that should be here, and also many of the people who is right now here probably doesn't know very much how it has gone. So probably I will set up a call with the people who has been contributing on the hatch in some way, and of course if there is somebody else who would like to join, you're invited. But I will go for the ones that are not here.
So do you want to set up a doodle, or do you want to help with that?
Probably we have to contact people and see. Tell them that we are already launching the hatch, which is something that they will be quite happy. But yes, the idea is that we do this call, not now, of course.
No, not now. I'm just thinking next step it would be probably to make a doodle or something, so that we can coordinate all the random people's times. I know like my calendar sucks, so I would love to have like some options that we could figure out that work for everyone. Do you want to set the doodle, or do you want me to pass? Do you want me to take that on? I usually have a pretty busy schedule, so
maybe you have to make it also as you want.
Okay, I'll take on the doodle and I'll coordinate with you afterwards. Okay. Then the next is we're just going through the board. Let's see. There's some. Maybe we can start with leftover hatch updates. Is there any leftover? Well, actually, maybe before that, are there any? Where are we at in the demo? Did the
We
demo?
we're in the point that we have 1 million of test die in it, and we have to mint easy for the impact hours people. So after this call, I can do that, and then I don't know if today or tomorrow we can create the first vote, because there is this delay of 1 day, and when the vote is created, then we can seal it in the people of TDC.
Sweet, yeah. So you're taking all that on, Sam?
Yes, I guess that I already have the scripts written.
Nice, and I can definitely help shill. We can all help shill that there's a vote for the Commons upgrade.
Okay, I think that it will be still on Tuesday, so in the call we can chill it.
Great, perfect. Okay, cool. Then the other agenda point is, maybe before we go deep dive into the issues, one of the big issues that you wanted to add to potentially this week is deploying the hatch and Commons upgrade to Rinkeby.
The hatch and Commons upgrade.
So like deploying a gardens on Rinkeby and then having like a fake hatch and actually doing the smart contract tests, or like demo tests to a real Commons upgrade.
Yes, this is something that maybe Paulo can talk about. We were thinking on doing a kind of library that is right now, in order to add new applications and new permissions and whatever you want to do with DAO, you have to write a script, which is a little bit quite tedious. I think that people have a hard time writing them. For example, when we wrote an upgrade for the Commons for the conviction voting in OneHive, it was taking some time. Is it right? Did we miss something? Also, Agave had to write this kind of scripts, and well, they are quite needed, but tedious to do. And we were thinking that we can improve the way that those scripts are written, because it should not be that difficult. For example, if you go to the console of Aragon, it is quite easy to install a new application or execute a command. In both places, in the Aragon in embedded console and in the CLI, but usually it requires to stack many different calls in just one vote, and this is what makes it more difficult, right? And the idea is to do it as if you were writing the different commands separately, but staking all of them in just one vote and send them together. People just vote once, and you don't need to wait all along. And we were talking about that. Maybe Pablo, you have some more details on that, because you want to be writing that, right?
Yes, we were thinking on starting to build some sort of base library using the Commons script as a first example. Like first build it using the conventional ways, like making the script using what we have today. But it will be really nice, like, to adapt that to using this library that we were thinking on doing. So it could be a lot easier. So like, we have to do the Commons upgrade, but it will be a good start to start thinking about about the library. And also we were thinking on how maybe we can connect it with the Aragon Connect libraries, maybe not. Maybe something that it's worth discussing with Gabi or everyone who works also on the Connect repo, and see if maybe there's possible to do something there or not. And yeah.
I think that we could do a specific hack session for that. So any of you would be interested in that, guys?
I just want to say that this is not not necessarily I feel like it should probably be a little bit deprioritized to actually get it. I mean, we have to for sure build the Commons upgrade script and do the upgrade first, right? Like, I feel like this is like step 6 of like step 1 through 3, 4, to 9 or something.
It looks like a lot, Griff, but it's not that much. I already have the skeleton of how it should look like, and it's not that hard. We have to do the same amount of job in one way and in the other.
Okay. Okay, cool. I just mean more like, don't we need to like deploy the DAO to Rinkeby, get a Gardens DAO to Rinkeby, and then like actually like add, create some DAO. There's just lots of little pieces to even get this going, right?
Yeah, the part that I think that could be more complicated is to create the Rinkeby DAO. There are already 4 or 5 created. Probably it's not going to be that hard, but this is something that I don't. There are some things that I don't get. So maybe that's the one step that can go not too good at the first time. But once we have that, we should deploy the apps, and it should be straightforward.
So like the just a regular Rinkeby DAO, like a hatch DAO, basically.
Gardens DAO. Gardens test DAO, in order to upgrade them into a commons.
Okay, perfect. So then, is this who's taking that on?
Let's do that together in a call, maybe. Who would like to join?
I can be there.
I don't know if I can help, but I can be there also. So.
Let's do it together. I think that it can be a good exercise. I also don't really know how it's working entirely. So
cool. So I'll just throw Paulo at it, but then Bradley, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, if I can make it, I'd like to join too.
okay, let's try to find a moment. Maybe this same time, but tomorrow. Is it good for all of you guys?
Yes, fine by me.
Yeah, it's okay for me too.
Okay.
So not at 41, at 00. But yes, this time. Okay, so let's do that tomorrow. Deploy the test DAO and understand everything, how it works and everything. And just the other day, on Wednesday, we can do the commons upgrade with the script.
Nice. Okay, awesome. Cool. And then I guess that's the process, is we just like start doing everything on Rinkeby, tie it all together, probably deploy front ends, and just like get the whole deal up and running, right?
I think that we don't have to deploy any frontends. It is quite tedious, and the Garden's frontend is already there. We can check how it works with the bonding curve. Actually, we have to adapt the convert in order to be able to work with the new bonding curve application. That's something that we have to do. It should not be very different, but because it's simplified, it doesn't have two applications anymore that we have to deal with. It's just one. And I don't know if we have to do a lot of changes or not. I don't know.
Who wants to take that one on? Seems like a Vitor Nuggan or yeah.
I can do that.
Basically, instead of being there was a controller and a market maker. Now it's all the market maker. So all the calls that went to the controller should be able to go now at the market maker.
Okay, cool. And what else do we have on this agenda?
Oh, just in the TC convert, I got another issue on. There is issue. Because I've got number 20. There is like support network API, and there is no specific description for that. Like we can talk about it later.
Okay.
And just to understand like the urgency of it.
Did it do what it was done in the hatch? That when you are connecting from the mainnet, it says to you, "Hey, won't you connect through XDAI?" and you accept.
You guys can reuse the work that we have done on the hatch.
The hatch front end you say.
Also,
Yes.
I know that Paul was doing that.
Yes, he was working on.
Yeah, I was working.
Yeah, go ahead.
And yeah, I was working on this screen of the provider, but it wasn't like this thing specifically. But it's in this file. If I can find it. Paolo, have you something?
Yeah, he was working on implementing a loading screen when you are changing between networks, but it's part of the component, the React component. So you can reuse the whole component and reuse it on the convert, and maybe change the styles or something like that if you need to.
Okay.
Cool. Any other issues that anyone needs clarification on? Okay,
just in the convert, just a more of a to understand the workflow. I could have some pull requests open, and I'm not sure like how should it proceed, like who should review what, especially in convert, like especially because we have a few. I think we have one or two pull requests on the UX and UI.
And we can also close the replace logo info box and some of the other issues that are in progress. Most of them can be closed, I think.
Adria's
improve it?
feedback?
Not yet, not yet, because I just want to hear from him.
I think we understand the trade-offs.
Yeah.
Unifying the Garden Swarm. Make a plan for the dress rehearsal. I think we did that. And
Yes. Yeah, it's already. The rehearsal is already there.
Final
So-
QA on match design.
Yes, the two. It's done.
Nice.
Yeah, we do to pull requests to solve the problems that the Marco was talking about.
Cool. Just so all of you know, if you have impact hours, make sure to activate your trusted seed. If you've ever received praise, activate your trusted seed. Otherwise, you don't get the impact hours. So make sure to do that. I'm just going to close this issue though. It doesn't seem relevant. I think I made it in the wrong repo.
No, I think that you wrote it because you were going to shield that along all the other communication channels. But I think that you already did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we have a whole team hunting every single person down. So
perfect. Also, and deploy a new refund demo. It's something that we already did last week.
Nice.
And the test hatch is also done.
Nice. Okay, and on Vitor's comments, who reviews his pull requests?
I have to review Nuggan's, and probably I can't review everything.
Yeah, I think the other ones are from Fabio, and they're mainly UI stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
What things should I be reviewing? Nuggan pull request, and UX UI and performance per page. These three.
Yeah, I can assign you to review my pull request.
I think that the proposals per page is something that it's outdated because we are not using this interface anymore.
Okay, so I can close this.
We should remove this. Probably we should remove this repo.
Remove the repo. Okay.
Yes, because the interface is a fork of Honeycomb version 1, and let's wait a little bit because there are some parts that can be interesting in order to retake, but yeah, I think that.
Are there other repos we can get rid of?
I have a question, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
We have, I think we have a link to interface on tech convert. Should we remove?
For the interface, right?
Like, at the bottom
Yes.
we have a gov link, and it's the tech interface.
It can still be there because it will be a link to the garden.
Okay, so we change the link.
Yeah, we will, but not now because we still don't know which will be garden of TSC.
Okay. Okay.
It is something that we can do in the future. Actually, it can be as it is right now because it is going to gov.tc.org, right? And we can redirect that to gardens if we want. It's not that bad, actually.
Okay, sure. Just because the link is broken, so I would like to know.
Yes, yeah. Okay, what other pull requests are there?
Doesn't sound like any.
I think there's just an old one from January here, also on TC Convert. Set up Thef icons, number 12. But I don't know if it's still
Yes,
relevant.
and you
Or we
can,
can close
yeah.
it.
Let's put that in progress. I can check out every pull request on TC Convert. Okay.
Okay, cool. Then, well, Vitor, you were working on a bunch of issues and kind of leading the TEC convert thing. Is there any issues that we should move into like the "This is happening this week" in progress tab or column?
Well, actually, I'm not that synced with it, and that's more well, like Nuggan. I think Nuggan and Fabio are working more on this, like from last week, and I'm more like checking out if there is anything else that I can work in, or like there is any main goal besides the main parts that Nuggan did that enables the MVP, like other than we have some UI issues that I think that pull requests mainly close, but I think it's nice to have at least one more round of like trying to find some things to improve that I think it saves us time later. And but other than that, I'm not sure if there's something in the decoration that needs to be done. I think Sen might be the guy for saying that. But otherwise, like if we run out of like issues, maybe like doing a session and trying to collectively pass through everything and find out what should be improved. But I think we have a few things to do yet.
The
What do you think?
the front end probably needs some I don't know if we have to change the place of the things or if we just have to make things smaller. But as it is right now, it is hiding some of the parts. So probably we can talk that with Marco. Maybe some of the things of the Hatch tribute or sorry, the exit tribute could go in some other way, not just below of the amount.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. So do you think we should schedule like maybe schedule a call with Marco, pass through everything, and then like rethink,
Yeah.
get sure that everything works. So then like when we change something, like we are sure that this is gonna how it's gonna be in the end.
Probably it is going to be related with the stats page. So
Yeah.
he will be reviewing all the design. So do you want to take this on, Peter?
Yeah. I sent myself in the sets page as well, so I think it's nice to like can talk to Marco about everything together.
Okay. That really appreciated.
Yeah, I can help too. If anything's needed, I'm happy to join.
Okay, and we have to check out if it says mean goal when it reaches the target goal in the hatch.
Yeah, sorry. I checked out that weeks ago. Forgot to mention it. At least for me, I didn't find any problem with that.
Right now, it's at target goals. No, it's not even at the target goal. It's
No, we only reached the main goal.
Okay. But you check it out and it was working.
Yeah.
Okay. So we are almost on the top of the hour. Something is there somebody who would like to say something else before we close the call?
Yeah, Paula, were there any other issues in the hatch that you want to prioritize this week?
Yeah, only the transaction failed issue. I checked out the feedback inbox to see if anyone was reporting a similar problem. But I haven't found anything. But there's still that problem. That I was thinking that maybe what we can do is when that exception occurs, maybe we can catch it and show a success message. I asked some people in One Hive, but I still haven't got any answers. So maybe what we can do is that catch the error and display a success message instead. I don't know if you agree or if you heard about someone having that problem.
No, just me occasionally.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then, okay, so I'm glad to see that issue is still in the works. And then there is one thing. Before we migrate, let's try rage quitting and make sure that doesn't cause any issues on this demo.
Sure.
So harness your rage, take it out on the hatch. And then, Chewy, did you have any final thoughts on the comms side of things? We might have lost Chewy for this 30 seconds on the bus.
Yeah, also there is a comms call in like after this call.
Okay, perfect. Well, cool. Well, then we hit the top of the hour. Wow, what a nice crew here. Thanks for coming, everybody. And I'm sure we'll see you guys next week.